Ew, oh, ew, ew, ew. Yo, what is going on, my people? So today we're actually going to be doing a reaction to some more analog horror for you guys today. I know you guys really do enjoy this series, so please go ahead, leave a like on it and subscribe. There's plenty of you guys who check out the channel and don't really hit that sub button, so please join the community, hit that sub button, do greatly appreciate that. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're starting off with something a tad bit different. Now this is like an analysis horror video made by Pastra, the same person who made that Halloween horror video that we reacted to a while back. Huge shout out to Pastra. Please show them some love. They are freaking killing it. I really do enjoy their stuff, and I'm really curious about this one because this is based off the Mandela catalog. Definitely want to check this out. And we got other horror to react to after this as well, so please show them some love, show this video some love, and let's go. The scariest sentence I've ever read.
This is the scariest sentence I've ever read. And by the end of this video, I hope you'll understand why. The sentence in question comes from the analog horror web series, The Mandela Catalog, and it plays a surprisingly small role in the volume it appears in. Many of you who watch this series may not have even seen this sentence, as it appears for only a second alongside a bunch of other hastily written notes in the journal.
Now, I did peep this. I'm gonna be doing a little commentary mixed in with his, so please just be patient with me. But I did notice that you guys told me about this. I told you guys to press pause, let me know what it said in the comments, and you guys definitely did let me know. So shout out to you guys when we did react to Mandela Catalog. But yeah, I did notice this.
Mark Heathcliff. So why is it so scary then? If it's so subtle that you may not even notice it, then surely there isn't much to it, right? Well, I personally believe that this one sentence is so disturbing because it perfectly summarizes what the entirety of the Mandela Catalog is all about in the first place.
Yeah,
to those of you who are really unaware of the Mandela Catalog story, or who need a refresher on it, the Mandela Catalog is an analog horror web series by Alex Kister. It focuses on the disturbing occurrences which haunt Mandela County, with most of these occurrences being related to a dangerous species of creatures which are simply referred to as alternates. Alternates are intelligent, sadistic beings that seemingly appear out of nowhere, taking the appearances of those that you know and spreading information so dangerous to those that hear it that it makes them commit suicide.
And things like that, that's the biggest draw of the Mandela Catalog, which freaked me out the most when I first seen the series. Like, things that freak me out is things that are very uncanny, things that seemingly look normal, but is very odd about them. I don't know what it's about, but it's like, when you see something that's seemingly to be normal, it messes with your worldview. It trips me up a lot. That's the reason why it freaked me out when watching this series.
Over the course of the series, we see alternates explored in much more disturbing fashion, with them seemingly becoming smarter and more dangerous with each volume they appear in.
Absolutely.
We see innocent people being affected by them. We see the government in a state of panic trying to neutralize this unidentified threat. And on top of it all, we see the alternates in real time tampering with the very tapes we're using to learn about them, making them all the more alien to us.
That ones I didn't really catch. I didn't know that they were tampering with the tapes too. Now that's new. I didn't know that. Think Principle Volume 1. Okay. God, that face still freaks me out, dude. This is a really cool analysis video. I never thought to think about any of this.
Perhaps the most terrifying of these examples, though, happened in the series' first volume and is elaborated on in future videos, when a young student by the name of Mark Heathcliff is followed home by an alternate imitating his friend, Caesar Taurus. In order to get away from the creature, Mark locks himself away in his bedroom, but the alternate doesn't try to break in. Instead of attempting to brute force its way inside, the alternate Caesar chooses instead to simply wait at the door day in and day out.
That's creepy.
Mark's room is on the second story of the house, so the doorway would be the only way he could leave, and all attempts to call the police are left with nothing. Mark is trapped and spends days in that room alone, with the only thing keeping him company being the monster outside, which constantly tries to tempt him to open the door.
I say that's the best part about the Mandela catalog, is the fact that if you call the police, they not coming to get you. That was the scariest part about it. The main thing in the police tapes that they had on Mandela catalog is that if you see one, do whatever you can, but most likely the police ain't coming. Period. That's just how it is. That was the freakiest part about that as well. And the fact that this alternate is outside the door and he won't leave just day in and day out. That's pretty brutal.
It's in this terrifying scenario that the sentence in question is finally written in the pages of Mark's journal. With nothing else to do and seemingly no way to escape this nightmare of a scenario, Mark in his hopelessness turns to prayer and God to save him from the monster outside his door. He writes to God every single night, praying for this to all go away and for him to be given the strength to survive. But over time, each day passes, and with each day we see Mark's faith get brought into question. Nobody seems to answer his prayers. Nobody ever comes to help him. No matter how hard he tries to see the light, nothing seems to go right for him. And that's when the sentence is written in the journal. Over and over and over again it's written, "Who have I been praying to all this time?" And the terrifying reality of this situation is that we, the viewer, have known from the start.
Yeah, that's creepy. And it's this thing. Oh my lord.
I know what you love. I know what you dread.
Dude. I do not like that face. Oh god, remind me of the Mandela Catalog horror game.
That's right. God himself, the very angel who Mark was praying to, has been an alternate the whole time. And we knew this from the first episode of the entire series.
That is
From the
true.
moment Mark started writing in his journal, we at this point in the series knew what was coming, and it made the moment where his writing devolved into ramblings all the more disturbing. His last-ditch effort to find any kind of comfort in this horrible nightmare scenario only led to him feeding even more into his tormentors. And it's not long after this that he eventually succumbs to the hopelessness and kills himself in that same bedroom.
Yeah, that was.
And you see, that's why I feel this sentence so perfectly encapsulates what makes the Mandela Catalog so terrifying to me. It's hopelessness.
Yep.
Never have I watched a piece of fiction so drowned in this empty feeling. Like all the people we watch are victims waiting to die. They're all faced with an enemy that they know nothing about. One that can seemingly appear at random, can look like anyone you know, and can spread so much misinformation at such a massive scale that you don't know what to believe anymore. And just when it feels like things can't get any worse, you're constantly reminded that this takes place in a world where the very God that watches over everyone is actively against them, which is a piece of information that only we, the viewers, seem to be able to grasp.
Right.
We're forced to watch these people suffer and mentally deteriorate until eventually it's too much for them to bear, and they succumb to the world that this imposter God forced them into. Every single time I think about this series, it really gets to me just because of how haunting this scenario really is. Not being able to trust anyone, not even the very religion you swore yourself to, is a genuinely terrifying thought. And somehow all this emotion and storytelling is perfectly conveyed through the writing of one simple sentence. And that is why this is the scariest sentence I've ever read.
Dude, yo, Pastra, that was really well done. I honestly, because I've been finding a lot of good videos of people dissecting the Mandela Catalog, but just the fact that surrounding this one disturbing, creepy sentence sums up the whole thing in a very disturbing storytelling way. It's really freaking cool, and you literally dissected it the proper way to where, like, it gave me more chills, and even though I knew a chunk of it, the way you put it together gave me a better understanding to where, like, I now have the chills again. But this is freaking fire. And guys, please do me a favor. And Pastor actually popped up on the channel. Huge shout out to you because you freaking deserve all the support, especially for this video. Holy God. But please show Pastor some love And those of you who are new to the channel, please show me some love too. I do greatly appreciate it. But please, Pastor deserves it. I'm gonna leave a like on it. I didn't subscribe to you last time. I'm gonna do it now. Freaking amazing. Show Pastor some love. Let's dive on into the next one, guys. All right, guys, it's been a while since we checked this one out, or this channel. This is Midwest Angelica. We haven't seen this channel in about a few months, but we're about to watch Phantoms. This is 6 minutes, 11 seconds. Let's dive on in. I still got the chills from that video, dang. Pastor got me thinking. He got me thinking, man. After Andrew Evans returned that chunk further analysis, okay? That's why I love analog horror, dude. It's the best. Better than most horror movies out here nowadays. It's crazy. Okay. Official audio recording, 1/28/1999.
We're reaching coordinate point 1, over.
Somebody's sick.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Get line.
Fire levels are low. Let's do result containing protocol.
This is it, right here. I want this area marked, just for sample collection.
On it. Marking area, over.
That's all we're gonna need. Request retrieval team.
Requesting retrieval team at Alpha Chunk Point A, over.
I mean, it's close. There's no closed captions on this video. I'll try my best to boost the audio when I'm editing, guys. And whoever it is, oh, field photo for Dr. Evans. What the heck is that? You coughing because of that thing? Why they going to field photo? Why they zooming in on Dr. Evans? What did I miss? Dr. Evans returns to psychological contamination lab at home headquarters. Okay. I like this old, like, rendering they have. Okay. So it's Dr. Evans, he's going to the sample storage room. Dr. Evans places retrieve samples of AZ001 into storage. So was that the hairy thing, or the tentacle thing, whatever the heck that was? Like, did they take a piece of it? Dr. Evans obtained a container refilled water cooler believed to have taken longer than normal to obtain. Okay. I'm liking the vibe of this. Dr. Evans refills water cooler and dispenses at least 2 cups of water. Is it thirsty? Dialogue between Dr. Evans and Dr. O'Connor.
Hey, I brought you some water. Thought you might have wanted a cup.
Thanks, Andrew. Were you able to get the results you wanted?
Fortunately, much of the alpha chunk was too necrotic to really get any good lead and sample from it. Likely have to find some alpha chunk connected to the main body of AZ001.
Sorry to hear that. I think I might be able to get you the new data you want once you figure it out. So I'll have to get back to you tomorrow on that.
That's alright. We can discuss more about it tomorrow after the meeting.
Well, what if Dr. Evans is infected, right? This will be a twist. What if Dr. Evans was infected? That water that he had, what if he infected that by coughing it or something? I don't know. Returns to the desk behind Dr. O'Connor. No further interactions. Dr. Evans begins to display unusual behavior. He was infected, bro. Ew, 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 ew. Your limbs are broken. Departs to another part of the home headquarters facility. I'm telling you, he's about to infect everybody. Dr. Evans visits storage room 3B for unknown reasons. Wait, who are you, Evans? Was put under lockdown following gunshots in the building? Yo! Target turn. So Evans got folded. Dr. Evans' body was brought to the central morgue for post-mortem autopsy. What the heck, yo? Oh, ugh. I'm sorry to those of you got trypophobia. But yo, this is freaking nasty. Report conclusions. Oh, that coughing you was doing, man. Dr. Evans' death was ruled as an assassination by third party, through much remains unknown as the No, it was that thing, bro. Dr. O'Connor's apparently disappeared following the incidents, as unable to reach for comment. Additionally, the follow-up investigation found one vial of AZ01 samples was missing after the incident. End of report. Yeah, okay, that was, dude, this reminds me of, and this is something, I'm going to like some Animal Planet type conversation right now, right? But pretty much this reminds me of the ant infection, or the ant zombies that they were talking about recently, where it's this parasitic fungus that takes over an ant's body, and it kind of did what that virus did to the Dr. Evans. That's exactly what it reminds me of. And then looking at the x-rays too, definitely reminded me of it, because it's kind of, in a weird way, going back to the ant analogy, what that fungus does is affect the ant's body, takes control of the nervous system, and takes it to a high peak to where it can actually sit there, kill the ant from the inside, and grow. And it just, the cycle continues. You know, so technically, the ants have a version of The Last of Us, which is pretty disturbing. And seeing is that this was, I don't know if they actually took that infection thought process and put it into this analog horror, but I'm all for it. This was freaking cool. I really did enjoy this a lot. So, yo, huge shout out to them. Please show them some love in the description as well, please. But alright guys, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I know it was some parts that I did pause. I know I don't normally do that, but since, you know, a few of them had, like, the first video had discussion in it, I don't want to talk over the discussion piece, so I had to pause in between. So I do apologize about that. Normally I don't do that in these kind of videos, but thank you guys if you made it to the end. I do appreciate that. Leave a comment down below how you feel about the first video, even the second video. I do greatly appreciate all of you guys' input in the comments down below. Like, you guys are freaking awesome in the discussions. I really do like reading all of your comments. And yeah, show everybody some love in the description. Besides that, leave a like on it and subscribe. Do greatly appreciate all of you guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.